There's two kinds of ways in fighting for Yiddishkeit. One is to be like the Torikate, and we have nothing to do with the Freier, and we say we don't want anything to do with you. This is similar, we'll soon come to it, to Shua Benun. Or to be like the Aguda. They joined the government, they're not part of the government, they shouldn't really be. They're there just to fight for Yiddishkeit, for Klal Yisrael. They talk with them, they have to do with them. This is like Kolev ben Yefine. It's a very dangerous way, and that's why Kolev had to go and pray by the Mores Machpele, by the Overs, for Siyata de Shmaye, he shouldn't fall into their trap. Yeshua had nothing to do with it. That's why, when it came to the Vayas Kolev, the Pasuk says, and Kolev made them quiet. They listened, they made them quiet. Why? He made shh. He said, quiet, I am going to tell you something. And they listened to him. Why did they listen to him? Because they thought he was part of them. He was also one of the Meraglim. But then he started talking the other way. That's how Rashi explains it. Yeshua would have gone, but if Yeshua would have made them quiet, they wouldn't even listen to him. Because he was a Kanui, he was a Torikatanik. He didn't want nothing to do with them. You can't go, you're not going in the right way of the Eibishter. I want nothing to do with you. Even though I went with you, I stayed apart from them all the time. And you see, Take, that is the right way. Because Yeshua became the leader after Moshe. Kolev didn't become the leader after Moshe. So you see, that is the right way to deal with Freier. You must say, I've got nothing to do with you whatsoever. For the normal person, what the Gaskonim have to do, that's Gedolim to decide, and that's a very complicated issue. But what I want to go into is this week's Jewish Tribune. In the article of Here and There by Joe Levenstein, he has a point which he makes on a well-deserved honor. This is what he writes. Let me read you what he writes. I hasten to convey sincerest Mazel Tov wishes to Mr. Henry Greenwald, QC, the outgoing president of the Board of Deputies, for having been awarded the OBE in the Queen's birthday honors. Mr. Greenwald has an outstanding record in communal affairs, particularly in Shrita defense, where he has rendered yeoman service. May he enjoy this honor together with his family in good health bis 120. Mr. Henry Greenwald, in last week's program on the Spectrum Radio from Michael Millstone, gave an interview where he said that while the Board of Deputies left, not rather by the Board of Deputies, why the Union of Orthodox Hebrew Congregation left the Board of Deputies over 20 years ago. One of the reasons was because they accepted in the Board of Deputies the Reform Jews. We cannot accept Reform Jews into the Board of Deputies. Reform Jews have nothing to do with us, and that's what they have to understand. And that's why we left the Board of Deputies. Why Joe Levenstein gives honor to a man, Henry Greenwald, who was part of this Board of Deputies, who accepted Reform into their midst, I don't know, and especially in a front paper of the Jewish Tribune. I can't understand why he continuously thanks and thinks it's highly of these people that they got the OBE, the MBE, the Shmibe, all is rubbish. Like Ita Simmons is impressed by this. Why is he so impressed by the Goyish Welt? I don't understand. This is doch terrible. Him decided in this situation we are not going to be Kolev ben Yefine. We are going to be Yeshua Benin. We're going to be like the Torikate. And we're going to say to these people, we cannot have anything to do with it, then he should abide by it. He always talks about Agudas Yisrael abides by the Rabbonim. The Rabbonim of London has said we have nothing to do with it. Why does he continuously mention the Board of Deputies, the Board of Deputies, the Board of Deputies, and honor them, the people there? Have you seen a picture of this Greenwald, what he looks like and what his wife looks like? Does he look like a Heimashid? Let me show you a picture. Does she look like an Orthodox Jew to you? Look at the way she goes dressed. Is that sneers? How can he be impressed by such a kind of person? It's good for United Synagogues, maybe, who they understand the power of Judaism, but not for Heimische Yidden, that we should be impressed by these people. Look at her. And he goes with a little beard, and a couple. A mishmash, I don't know what he wants. Let me just explain you something about the Reform Jews. The first Reform Jew was Jay. I don't want to say Yoshki. I don't want to say his name. I was in Wood Green this week, and there was a Christian organization talking about sin and about God. So I said to them, You don't understand nothing about God. I don't understand God. How do you understand God? I learned the scriptures in the original language of Hebrew, and I don't understand God. You're asking me questions about God. I can show you that the Bible is not understandable. I said, it says, and 70 souls went down to Egypt. Count them, they're only 69. How do you understand it? The Bible is constantly trying to show us, the Torah is constantly trying to show us that we cannot understand as a human being the Rabbi Shalom. The same way as we cannot understand space. We cannot understand outer space, a frontier which has no end. We don't understand such a thing. We don't understand death, and we don't understand living. Do you know whether when you die, you're out of pain? Maybe you're in pain still. You just can't move. Who knows? This lady who wants to kill herself because she's in so much pain, she wants to die. Has she been to death to know that death is better than living? What does she understand about death? What do they understand about before life or after life? Nothing. They don't understand it, and they constantly come along and say a theory. It's better to say we do not understand than rather making a theory like Dr. Spock, which in 25 years later, he has to abandon his theory, which didn't work out 100%. This is stupid of us to do these kind of things all the time. Levenstein is non-stop there for honor. He had to be mayor of Hackney. No Chil Hashem, no anti-Semitism caused by it. Mayor of Hackney, not once, not twice, but 4 times. And ich gehe zufrieden just being once mayor of Hackney. He has to be 4 times mayor of Hackney. And then he says that a bit of music causes anti-Semitism. A bit of music, Erev Shabbos, causes anti-Semitism. The same way as we have councillors. We've got 8 councillors out of 57 in the Hackney borough. We've got 8 councillors. Let me show you them. This is Hackney today. And here are pictures of the 57 councillors in the Hackney. There's a nicer picture. I want to show you the picture of all these councillors, and then I'll show you a nicer picture of me in the Hackney today, because I do work in the Carers Association. There's 2, Ian Scherer and Joseph Stauber. These 2, you can see them. There they are. Lordship Ward, we have Ausenberg and Shimon Tesla. That's in Lordship Ward. Stauber is in Kazenov Ward. Kazenov Ward, Ian Scherer and Stauber in Kazenov Ward. But there you've got Lordship. Now further down you've got, in the New River Ward, you've got Steinberger and what's his other one's name? Steinberger and Odds. So that's already 6. We have Jackie Landau. He's really an old man, past it, he can't go and argue. And the other one is Levy. Where is he? There he is. Jackie Landau and Levy. Michael Levy. Nothing these councils can do. They do nothing for our community. Advice, fight. When we have an argument about shops opening 24 hours a day, giving drinks in Stamford Hill, opposite Morrison's. Nothing they can do. What do they do in other communities? They have one person and he fights non-stop. It's because what somebody else told me once is they don't do any effort to be there. They only want the position, like Joe Levenstein, as being a OB, MB, mayor, being somebody in life. That's what they want the position. They don't want the position to really be able to help Jewish people. And this is something we've got to consideration. I think we've got 8 Orthodox people out of 57 sitting in the Hackney Council. There is something we could do about the 24-hour drinking in our area and the behavior of the certain people who come here in our area with spitting and pissing in the streets. I think there's something they ought to be able to be done about it. And they do nothing whatsoever for us. What do we vote for them? Why should we vote for them? What's the use of it? What is the whole use of this? What's the use of Agudas Yisrael if all Agudas Yisrael is going to do? What's the use of the Jewish Tribune? I'm not surprised so many people have stopped buying the Tribune, because he puts in it, he honors the Board of Deputies, an organization which we have nothing what to do with. This has to be taken in consideration. And Joe Levenstein, do me a favor, stop looking who's giving you the message, but look at the message.